Hello everyone. So this is the first time you see my face since we started the winter semester. I hope that the first week was insightful for you. I know that for some it was a little bumpy, especially because some instructions were very specific about how to submit your weekly assignments. But for the most part, things, at least in my side, were very smooth. So thanks for following directions in a good fashion. So I am very happy with your comments on the discussion forum, and also with your with the question prompts that are part of your weekly assignments. They really represent a good reading of the material. So please keep this up. This is a very short course, right? It's only 3 weeks, very intensive, and for this reason, there's a lot of work because we have to sort of cramp most of the basic components of a course that also is taught in a regular semester in these 3 weeks. This week is a little heavier, as well as the next one. The first one I didn't want to load you with that much of work, but this one is a little heavier, and prepare also for the following one to be as much as heavy. So this week we talk about three aspects of anthropology, but two very important ones in my opinion. One is language. There are important debates about what is the role of human language in the making of culture, in the sustainment of culture, in the transformation of culture, and in the way human beings interact with culture. One of the most prominent debates has to do with this idea. For the most part, started by Edward Sapir, who insinuated that all that humans know, everything that humans can do, is engulfed in language, right? Our mental limitations, if you will, and our bodily limitations are limited by our language. There are others who claim that this is too deterministic. Some say that it's a reduction to the human experience, and then have provided different approaches to understanding the role of language in the making, sustainment, and transformation of culture. So it is your job to read this chapter on language and to engage with it. It's really important for you to grasp the major and the most sort of the pillars of the discussion around language within the world of anthropology. The other section, the other theme that is very much important for most of us in the discipline has to do with the construction of race, which leads into one of the most prominent social problems, which is the issue of racism. For this, of course, you will read the material, right, the text. And I also want to invite you to watch a film that, in my opinion, is very well documented. Not my opinion, it's really well documented, you'll see, and also gives us really insightful elements to think about how racism functions in the United States. Its historical development, the way it has been institutionalized, the way it has transformed, the way it has become even more sophisticated, if you will, within new laws, etc., etc. So the documentary, it's in Netflix. It's called The 13th. All of the information is in the syllabus, but please make sure you watch this documentary, and for the discussion forum you will concentrate only on that. So you'll comment, you will share a reflection, an insight, a critique, a question you might have about the documentary alone, right? In the discussion forum you will not comment on the text, only on the documentary. And the third, which is also important, but it's more of a methodological tool that anthropologists use, which is fieldwork and ethnography, which of course you need also to read for this week. So I'm looking forward to your responses. Your assignment should be posted on Blackboard by now. And start thinking about your final, right? So there is one conventional final exam with a set of questions that you'll have to respond in an essay form, right? Sort of the most conventional way of testing you. And then there is a second option that has to do with you engaging in a research, in a research article, right? In a research paper. For this, you'd have to talk to me about, you have to tell me what is the theme, and I need to approve it. So if you're thinking about that option, the research paper option, please reach out to me via email so we can organize a quick meeting via Zoom or telephone to discuss your final plans. Besides that, I also have office hours, which are really floating, so you just reach out and we'll find the best time for you and for me to talk about anything that you might need. Thank you and have a beautiful week.